Hey guys, so we are still kind of on this hiatus thing, but I thought maybe I would put together a small video of like some recent pickups that I had, just so that we can have some kind of content on this site. So let's see, some gaming related items that I've picked up lately. So here is a Super Famicom controller, which I wanted for a very long time. Just the controller. I don't have the actual Super Famicom system, but it works on the Super Nintendo, so it's no problem. And yeah, it's cool to finally have one of these. When we were playing Donkey Kong Country 2, I don't know, like, well, obviously, if you watched it, you would have heard that we had some trouble with one of the controllers. And I managed to kind of fix up the controller. I opened it up and cleaned it, but I ultimately decided, you know what, this is a perfect time to get a Super Famicom controller. So I just grabbed one off Amazon. They were real cheap. It was a bit of a gamble, because, you know, it's just kind of like a grab bag of just old used controllers, so you kind of don't know what you're going to get. It does have some yellowing. It's not, you probably can't see. This whole room is yellow, so everything looks yellow. But it does have some yellowing. I didn't think it looked too bad until I put it next to one of my original controllers. But you know, I'm still pretty happy with it. It's pretty clean. I might still pop it open and give it a little scrub before I actually use it. But yeah, it's cool to finally have one of these. The wires are really short. I've always heard that the wires are short, but I have an extension cable for that, so it's no big deal. Next, I have, and I want to play this soon on GameCore, Ducktales 2 for the Famicom. Ducktales 2, I've never played, and I love Ducktales. So the NES cartridge is like super expensive. It's probably like $100 game, just off the top of my head, just for the loose cartridge. So the Famicom one is only like $25, $30, and again, this is one of those games that I really wanted for ages, and you're definitely going to see this pop up on Super GameCore at some point because I want to play it. And then third, I walk by a newsstand every day on my way to work, and I saw this issue of Electronic Gaming Monthly. I'm assuming it's obviously the latest one, but I don't know how often they put these things out. I feel like these new EGMs are probably every, I'm going to guess every 2 months, like bi-monthly. And I bought it because it got me with the cover. It's got the old logo, so it's a 25th anniversary special issue. And there are versions that have the recent logo. There's ones that have like like just versions of all the different logos of EGM, and the old logo kind of was just like, oh man, I feel like I gotta have this. And I walked by it a bazillion times, and I just figured, you know what, whatever, I'll buy a video game magazine. I haven't bought a video game magazine in forever. I almost kind of forgot that EGM still existed. But I haven't really looked through this too much. But I don't know, it's got some cool, like, it's got like cool retrospective stuff like on the magazine. I used to read this one all the time. Like this and Nintendo Power are my two favorites. So I kind of had a hard time passing it up. I used to have a huge video game magazine collection that I sold to a local shop probably like 2-3 years ago. I mean, massive video game magazine collection. All I ended up keeping out of it was a handful of like those thicker stack EGMs. Like there was a couple issues that were real huge. Maybe I can go into those at some point with a video. I kept them. I kept like the first 2 years of Nintendo Power. So yeah, I'm kind of out of the video game magazine thing. Like it's, you know, I miss video game magazines, but you know, I'm reading this, and when I'm skimming through it, I think it's in the Quarterman section. That's their rumors, and it's just funny to see them talking about like NeoGAF in this magazine. So they're like pulling stuff from NeoGAF that's probably, you know, months old by the time it comes to print. So I don't know, I didn't really read through it, so I don't really know if the actual issue was any good or not, but I felt like I wanted to have it. So there's just a handful of video game pickup items that I got recently. So if you guys actually like this kind of video, where I'm just kind of going through some things I picked up that are gaming related, I can certainly make more of them in the future, like once we get these Let's Plays going again, just to kind of like break it up. So leave a comment below saying that you like these kind of videos, and I'll be sure to do more of them. If you hate them, please be sure to tell me that you hated this, and I will never do another one again. Thank you, and good night. I don't even know. Good something. All right, thanks a lot.